The galaxy had grown arrogant. The Valorian Empire, oldest and most powerful of the stellar civilizations, had expanded across 3 arms of the galaxy, subjugating hundreds of species. Their fleets were endless, their war doctrines honed over millennia. They believed themselves unstoppable, until their expansion reached the dark frontier of Sol. It started with a probe. Valorian scouts, moving along the spiral rim, detected warp anomalies and faint transmissions. They traced the source to a small, unremarkable yellow star, around which spun blue-green Terra. The reports were clear. A young species, recently awakened to the stars, industrial strength rising, dangerous but not yet galactically significant. The Valorian Grand Strategist dismissed them. Primitive, they will kneel as all others do. Their worlds will add to the Empire's tribute. But when the fleet approached the Terran border, they received a message. It was not sent through the usual diplomatic frequencies, nor wrapped in ceremony. It came directly, raw and sharpened like a blade, across every channel, translated flawlessly into Valorian tongue. The message was simple. This is the final warning from Terra. Do not cross into Terran space. No empire, no fleet, no throne will shield you from what comes if you do. The Empire laughed. Warnings from primitives were not new. Dozens of worlds had threatened them, begged them, screamed at them. The outcome was always the same: occupation and silence. The Grand Armada entered Terran space. At first, it seemed ordinary. Their dreadnoughts crossed the border, sensors sweeping. They expected resistance fleets, ragtag corvettes, perhaps a few planetary defense guns. Instead, they found emptiness. The silence unsettled them.
No broadcasts. No HALs.
Even the civilian channels were muted, as if every Terran had agreed, without words, to wait. Then came the ships. Not small corvettes. Not dreadnoughts. Shadows. They did not register on sensors until they were already surrounding the Armada. Black hulls bent light away, their geometry jagged and unfamiliar. Their drives emitted no heat signature. They simply appeared, sliding out a void like predators from tall grass. The Valorian admiral ordered a firing line. Plasma lances arced across the void, only to vanish against Terran shields that shimmered with quantum distortion. Then the retaliation began. 1 Terran volley. That was all it took. The Valorian dreadnought Iron Fang, pride of the fleet, ceased to exist. Its atoms unraveled, its crew screaming into the quantum ether. The shock rippled through the Armada. For the first time in centuries, an Imperial fleet faced a foe that did not just fight, it annihilated. The Terran voice returned, calm, cold, and final. You were warned. This is not conquest. This is extermination prevention. Leave our borders and live. Cross them again, and you will not. The Empire reeled. How had the humans built such weapons? How had they hidden such fleets? Spies reported fragments of the truth. Humanity's wars had been endless. Unlike the old civilizations who had grown complacent in peace, Earth had never forgotten conflict. Their history was painted in blood, their science sharpened by necessity. Nuclear fire had once scarred their skies, and instead of breaking, they had grown stronger. While other empires debated ethics, humans forged weapons of extinction as deterrents. While others traded war for comfort, humans prepared for the day when the galaxy would come. They had never trusted peace. The Valorian High Council debated retaliation. Pride demanded war, but logic whispered caution. Humanity had destroyed a fleet with 1 strike. Worse, their warning had carried no bluff. Terrans did not posture, they promised. Some counselors whispered an older fear, that humanity was not merely defending, but watching. That their silence, their lack of empire, their absence from galactic politics was not weakness but patience. Months later, a second test came. A smaller Valorian task force, eager to prove humanity was mortal after all, slipped past the borders. They entered quietly, cloaked and cautious, hoping to strike a colony. They never returned. Only a single probe limped back, its data corrupted, but 1 image remained intact. A human warship, its prow engraved with words in 100 alien tongues, each one translating the same phrase. This is your last warning. Over time, Terran space became known as the Black Zone. No empire dared cross it. Trade routes bent around it, scouts steered wide, and smugglers who entered never returned. Humanity spoke little, asked for nothing, and made no treaties. They wanted only one thing, that the galaxy remember the warning. And so it was passed down from admiral to ensign, from counselor to apprentice. Do not test Terra. Do not cross their borders. For theirs is a silence older than war, and behind it waits annihilation. In the shadowed halls of the Empire, even the grand strategist came to admit, in private, what none dared to say aloud. The humans were not an empire. They were something worse. They were a final warning.